Peace everybody. I know it's been a long minute since I posted my last video, but I definitely do plan on uploading more content of me sharing my personal experiences and informative information about the mind, body, and spirit. Anything that has to do with the wellness of the mind, body, and spirit, I definitely plan on uploading that soon. So please be on the lookout. And I also wanted to mention that I have noticed the positive comments and the messages that I have been receiving from my viewers, my subscribers, and I definitely do appreciate those comments, the comments of you telling me that my videos have helped you, have helped put some things into perspective and have made a positive difference in your lives. I definitely do appreciate that because it really makes me happy to know that my videos have been of some help. If I can help one or two people with my videos, then that truly makes me happy. I feel like I did something great. So thank you so much for watching. And in this video, I would like to discuss why is it that some spiritual healers have issues with healing themselves. Spiritual healers, natural healers, holistic healers. Why is it that sometimes it's not the easiest thing for a healer to heal themselves? And I would like to brush on the topic of spiritual healers because I refer to myself as a spiritual healer. I'm a Reiki practitioner. So when it comes to me personally, I feel like, especially with myself and my own experience that I will be sharing in just a minute, I feel like with healers, it's not that when they are unable or they don't heal themselves, it's not that they are a poor healer, they're a bad healer. But a lot of times, healers put their energy, their focus into helping so many others. Their focus is on the outside of them, trying to fix other situations, trying to heal and help others, that they turn a blind eye to themselves. So a lot of issues that they might be having, it goes unnoticed until it becomes serious, really serious. And when it gets to the point when it becomes really serious, sometimes you can become discouraged and feel like you can't heal yourself because it got to the point where you might need to seek outside help. And in some cases, yes, you might have to seek outside help to get it under control, depending on what needs to be healed. But in some situations, you truly can heal yourselves. Our minds, our bodies are so powerful. And if we truly channel that energy, that focus, we can heal ourselves, especially if we're a natural born healer. We can heal ourselves. Anybody can heal themselves, but if you're a natural healer, it will be more effective very quickly. And to brush over my situation, to share my experience, I was in the position where I turned a blind eye to some of the issues that I was going through with my body. It got to a point, my focus was on everything outside of myself, on helping everybody else, and not remembering to take the appropriate time for myself to make sure that I was balanced, well rested, and in alignment with my natural way of being. It started to affect me physically. And when I say physically, I'm talking about being diagnosed with a health condition. It got to the point where I was not taking any time for myself. I wasn't doing things to support myself on a physical level, like eating healthy, getting enough rest. I wasn't doing things to support myself on a mental or emotional level, like taking time for myself to meditate, like I used to do on a consistent basis. Meditate, even just sitting out in nature and just taking time to just ease any tension within my body, within my being. I wasn't doing that. So it got to the point where little things was starting to get to me. They were starting to get to me to the point it started to cause a buildup of stress within my body on all levels, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically, to the point I was feeling a buildup of tension in my body. But I still was brushing it off. To me, it wasn't that serious. I felt like, it's not that serious. I will eventually find the time for myself. But I never did. And it got to the point where my immune system was being compromised. And at the time, I had locs. And I was developing issues with my scalp. These issues, well, let me back up. I started to have flakes, and I was looking at it as not that big of a deal. Maybe I need to combine different products, or I need to use different products and just maybe wash my hair more often, get more sunlight, maybe switch up my diet, and that should be the solution. But it wasn't. This issue with my scalp got worse and worse, to the point I had these huge scales in my scalp, and they became inflamed, really red, really itchy, and I began to lose hair. So at this point, I went to the dermatologist, and I was diagnosed with not only dermatitis, but alopecia. And my hair continued to fall out. And once I started to reflect inward and realize that this is all because I did not take time for self. I did not take time to keep myself balanced. I did not find time to keep myself healthy, to do things for my health on all levels, mind, body, and spirit. So this was definitely triggered by stress. And once I realized that, I was able to start to do the things that I should have been doing. And once I started to do that, my hair started to grow back, and the issues with my scalp started to reverse itself. And I also started to eat healthier, because when you're focused on everything else, everybody else, trying to help everybody else, a lot of times you don't even take the time to put the things in your body to keep you going, to keep you in a healthy state. You want something quick, and that's what I was doing, eating fast food, popping things in the oven that heat up quick. I wasn't even taking the time to cook every day like I used to. So I definitely had to take a step back and reflect and really ask myself, why is this happening to me? What can I do differently to reverse this situation? And once I asked myself that, I was able to heal myself. I started to take more time for myself. I started to do things to keep me balanced, to keep my energy flowing in the natural state that is meant to flow. I started to meditate, And even when you meditate once or twice a week, it makes a big difference, especially if you're trying to heal something in particular. When I meditate, I really feel like it connects me to a higher state of feeling, a higher state of being. And just by connecting to that higher frequency, that's healing in itself. And that's what happened. Just taking the time to meditate, going back to taking my spiritual baths, taking time for myself, and also not allowing things to get to me mentally and emotionally. And once I started to take these steps, I really started to heal myself, and not just physically, because the hair is one thing. Like, I felt like once I got myself realigned and balanced on a mental, emotional, a spiritual, a physical level, then the hair will definitely come back. So that was never a worry for me, that my hair would not grow back. And I definitely learned my lesson as far as remembering to take time for myself. As a healer, we give out so much of our energy, and we truly do forget to do the necessary things for ourselves to keep us going. Because if we don't do that, we can't heal nobody. We can't truly, efficiently, effectively heal and help others. And if we are still doing it somewhat, it's not going to be 100% effective. And I also want to mention, I also was starting to take different supplements. I was lacking in different vitamins from not eating the way that I should have. And it really made a big difference by taking those steps. It really made a big difference. And I'm still healing. I'm in the process of currently healing. It's not over. I'm still healing, and I'm still figuring out ways to keep myself balanced, to keep myself going, so I can continue to help others. But that's one thing that I would like to mention, is that in order for you to truly be of service and to heal others, you have to do stuff to heal yourself on a daily basis. If you're doing stuff to help keep you balanced and to keep healing yourself once a month or once every other month, that's not enough. You have to do it at least 2 to 3 times a week. It's like you eating healthy once a month. That's not going to make a difference, especially if you're trying to eat healthy to, for example, lose weight. You have to eat healthy, and you have to eat a certain amount of calories and so on often, every day or every other day, or however you want your results to be. You have to be consistent with it. Same thing with keeping yourself balanced on all levels. You have to be consistent with it. And that's one of the things that I've learned in this lesson. But that's what I wanted to share with you guys. And I definitely will be making more videos. And thank you so much for watching.